So, hello class, welcome in the new chapter of the class 11th, that is called structure of atom, and this chapter actually belongs to the nuclear chemistry as well as nuclear physics known as modern physics. This is the one of the key concept chapter of the inorganic as well as nuclear chemistry. Without knowing the importance, presence, and features properties of the atom, we are actually not able to learn any single thing about the chemistry. You can say that is this is the root concept. This is the root concept of the chapter. So I briefly discuss here what are the actually syllabus that you have to be go through the full chapter. This chapter actually divided into two different parts. Basically, on average, the chapter divided into two different parts, that is called the different discoveries, model and properties of the atoms, discoveries of the subatomic particles, nucleus, and model of atom in the terms of Thomson model, Rutherford model, Bohr's model, and the last quantum mechanical model. And next part of the chapter belonging to the importance, application of the subatomic particles, how they participate in the different reaction, what are the basic concept to be participate in the molecular reaction, how we have to be study the participation of atom in the different reaction, different properties, different behaviors, and for that we have to be learn the quantum number, we have to be learn the photoelectric effect, we have to be learn the quantum model, the black body radiation, and de Broglie equation, how to calculate the wavelength of the electromagnetic radiation. We have to be learn about the electronic configuration and related concept, how we can write the electrons in the different orbits, different orbitals, how we decide the magnetic behavior, electrical behavior, how they participate in the reaction, what are the different orbitals, the structure of orbitals. So all basic concept, whatever you can say, all basic concept actually belonging to the same chapter called the structure of atom. We will start the chapter from discovery, but that will be next lecture. Let's discuss what we are going to discuss today also. Actually, today the lecture will be important and interesting, because we have to be discuss only about the particles. Let's discuss about the particles. What does it means? What does it means? Actually class, the whole universe is divided into two different things. The one thing is called particles. The other thing is called actually wave. So we have actually only two things in the universe, the wave and the particles. The wave and particles together join and form a different force and energy in the universe, and particles singly made a matter, what we call a matter. So actually you can say that your surrounding, your universe is made up of matter as well as energy. The energy consists of some particles and wave which do not have a mass. They are called massless particles. We have some scientists who actually given their rules and concept to decide how to learn about the different particles. One of the important scientists known as Fermi, the greatest scientist we have in the history, Fermi, actually they given the idea about the particles. We actually call them a matter particles, a massive particles, means belonging to the mass. They are having a mass. with rotation and charge. With rotation and charge, they are called massive particles. And these particles consist of some particles like electron, proton, neutron, neutrino, neutrino, and positron. Whatever you have just listened about the particles, there are actually more than what I'm knowing. At least there are infinite particle, but out of them, at least 150 around 150 plus particles I'm knowing about, and in which you have to be only learn the 4 particles. Actually, at least 3. 150 plus particles are there. What I have noted in my copy, but out of 150 plus particles, you are only learned to 3 particles: electron, proton, neutrons, and sometime positron, sometime neutrino, antineutrino. But what we have atom, actually and generally it is made up of 3 subatomic particles. Subatomic means the particles which actually consist together to form an atom. And that is electron, proton, neutron. From the level of 9, we are just going to learn these 3 particles. But let's learn more about these particles. The other is called massless particle, and one of the famous scientists we are having in India, the name is Satyendra Nath Bose. Satyendra Nath Bose, and one of the most important and greatest scientists in the same category, Einstein. Both together develop a new type of particles, give an idea about new particles called bosons particles. So we are actually having 2 different particles. Can you really imagine? The particles are named after the name of the scientist, and they are called fermions and bosons. The whole universe, they actually just imagine the whole universe are made up of only 2 types of particles. The one is called fermions, which is responsible for mass, responsible for motion, integral motion, responsible for charge, and called matter particles. The another particle which is responsible for all type of forces and energies in the universe, they are called boson particles. The gravitational force, the gravity force, the electrostatic force, the magnetic force, the weak interaction like van der Waals in chemistry, the all forces actually because of the particles under the category of bosons. For example, if I'm taking a particle name, you just will be surprised to know the gravitational force is because of the one of the particle called graviton. If there will be possibility, will make you write the some of the interesting particle, and we will be surprised to know there are actually many particles which depends upon which actually decide the forces, like electromagnetic force based on a particle known as photon, a very common particle. You are knowing about that, photon. There are W and Z boson also. W and Z boson responsible for weak interaction between electron, between the nucleus with electron, and there are a very strong force of attraction which is responsible for nuclear force called gluons. These are the name of the particles. I think you are going to surprise about that. So I just categorize and decide to learn your chapter from knowing some different particles what we have, and from fermions, I'm taking example that is also coming into the physics called quarks. Your chapter is going to start with the help of another particle. quarks, which is in the number of 12. 12 quarks are there. 12, the 6 particle and 6 antiparticles. Plus, one interesting thing, you just learn whatever the particles exist in the nature, they all have antiparticles also. The same time, the particles having some antiparticles, they are having a different opposite charge and opposite spin. Spin means how the particles rotated at their axis around any particle. At their axis around any particle, that is called a spin. The revolutionary spin, rotatory spin. We are having a two different type of spin, revolutionary spin and rotatory spin. This is called spin around the particle called revolutionary. Spin at own axis called rotatory. Rotatory. Whatever particle we are going to learn about, they all having both type of rotation. But the one important thing, the particle which is responsible for matter just make a sense. If there will be problem, repeat the same lecture twice and thrice and just try to learn. The particle which is responsible for matter having half integral motion or spin. Half integral. What does it mean? Half integral motion. Half integral motion means the particle must be rotated in only one direction. If the particle only rotate in a one direction, that is called half spin rotation. That is called half spin rotation. Rotate only one direction, like in a clockwise or anti-clockwise. Clockwise or anti-clockwise, in only one direction. Another thing, some particles having actually integral spin, that is called both direction motion. This is called both direction motion. And look at the motion. Suppose this is a central particle. Suppose this is a particle rotate clockwise. This is called one directional motion, clockwise. That is called half integral motion, half integral spin, or anti-clockwise. But if the particle having tendency to rotate clockwise and anti-clockwise, clockwise and anti-clockwise, same time, simultaneously, clockwise and anti-clockwise, that is called integral motion, and these properties are belonging to the boson particles. Boson particle having integral spin can rotate in both directions. Can rotate in both directions. I'm knowing that all the things are blowing your mind. I'm knowing. This is all going from above, but this is interesting to listen. My God, there are so many particles other than neutron, proton, and electrons. Oh God, we are just knowing only 3 particles from the beginning. But they are actually infinite. Actually infinite. Let's start the chapter now. And actually, this is from your syllabus now. I'm just taking some of the particles only, but now this is the syllabus. Atom having a range of 10 power minus 10. What are 2 things? Atom is made up of 2 things, that is called nucleus, the center of atom, and intranuclear region. Intranuclear region. Other thing belonging to the particles will explain in any other class. Don't worry about that. I know there are many questions arising in your mind now. Many questions arises, sir, infinite particles, graviton. What you have said? What you have said? Infinite particles, infinite matter, massive particles, massless particle. My God, our now bodies become particles. Nucleus and intranuclear region, what we have? Nucleus, the range is 10 to the power minus 15 meter. 10 to the power minus 15 meter, that is the range of the size. The range of size of nucleus is 10 to the power minus 15 meter, and the size range of atom is 10 to the power minus 10 meter. Atom made up of two things only: intranuclear region having elementary particles in nucleus there is composite particle. In intranuclear region there is called elementary particles. Elementary particle means the particle which cannot be further divided, but composite particle which can be divided in the some another particles which can be divided. Like atom is also composite because atom can be divided into different particles. Same way, the particle belonging to the nucleus having called composite particles, they are also known as nucleons. They are also known as nucleons, which means the particles belong to the nucleus. Now they are having the two common particles called proton, neutron. You have to be study about that. Proton, P plus, neutron, and 0. The proton is actually made up of UUD and DDU. Made up of the proton and neutrons are made up of three different quarks. This is called, the name of quarks are up, up, down, 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 up. These are the name of quarks. So proton is made up of three quarks and neutron is also made up of three quarks. That's why proton and neutrons are called composite particles, because they can further divided. They are called further divided and they are just having opposite. Quark is the name of the actually particle. Quark is actually name of the some particles belonging to the fermions, having some charge and having some mass. The net charge of three different quarks of DDU equal to 0. But the net charge of UUD is not equal to 0, having positive value, and that's why proton is positive and neutron is 0, neutral. You have to be asked about your own self or your own teacher, but now I am a teacher, I will explain about neutron is 0, how we are knowing neutron is 0. Neutron is neutral, how we are knowing? Really the particle can be neutral? No, the particle cannot be neutral. The particle must be having some charge. So these three are quarks. They are actually joined by a strong force of attraction called gluons. Actually, these three quarks joined by strong force called gluons. What about the charges? The protons having the net charge of proton is plus the net charge of electron The net charge of electron is minus 1.6 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb, and net charge of proton is plus 1.6 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Neutron has zero charge because the 3 quark down and up combinedly having net charge equal to 0. They are having charge, but net charge actually down up. They are having minus 3 plus by 2 by 3. I am repeating, plus 2 by 3, plus 2 by 3 and minus 1 by 3. That is the value of charge. That is the value of charge. Minus 1 by 3, minus 1 by 3 and plus 2 by 3. So net charge become actually 0. We'll explain further about the some charge and spin of the particles. We'll take one lecture. We'll make one lecture only based on particles. And we'll explain all the related particles. All the related particles belonging to the nature what I am knowing. Because I cannot know all the particles, but whatever the particles, whatever the number of particles are there, we'll explain. Now you can concentrate only proton, neutron and electron. Don't worry, the confusion will be cleared after. Let's discuss about mass. The mass is anyone? The mass is minus 27 kilogram. Mass of electron is Mass of electron is 9.1 10 to the power minus 31 kilogram. Mass of proton and neutron is 1.67 into 10 to the power minus 27 kilogram. Actually, the mass of electron is about 1,837 mass. Mass of electron is actually 1,837 times less than the mass of proton. That is the value. ME means mass of electron, mass of proton. So this is the relation between mass of the electron and protons. This is the relation between. So these are the value of charge. These are the value of charge. Mass, neutron mass will be similar. Electron charge and mass will be written there. They are called composite particles made up of some other particles. Elementary particle means that is a single particle, no any consistency is there. And what about charge and mass? We have actually density also, some density, 10 to the power 14. Look at the density of nucleus, I think. I have a density also, 10 to the power 14 gram per centimeter cube. Can you really believe? The density of nucleus is 10 to the power 14 gram per centimeter cube. This is the density of nucleus. This is the density of nucleus. Class, there are basically the different quarks. I'm writing here up, down, strings, charm, up, down, string, charm, and some other there, I think. Bottom, top and bottom, up, down, string, charm, bottom, top. These are the name of the 6 quarks. Actually, after this lecture, you can go to your Google joining, and you can ask that, Google sir, what is about that fermions? Is there any really possibility of some quarks like up, down, charm, strange? The names are really very strange. Strange, down, charm, top, bottom. These are the 6 name of the quarks. 6 names. And out of 6, the proton and neutron is made up of only 2 different types of quark known as up and down. So that value U means up and D means down. Up, down, made the proton, down, up, make the neutron. This is all about 3 quarks. At least you have to be know about this much. This is all about the today lecture. We'll make one separate lecture based on particles only. We'll make one separate lecture made up of based on particles only, and we'll explain all the particles related to your syllabus. Related to the syllabus, and I'm concluding my lecture here only. We'll explain more about the particles in any separate lecture. Don't worry about that. Actually, I am very happy to see that your curiosity about the particles, because that is really very important. In science, there must be curiosity that will actually produce the knowledge. So it is really see to a very happy about curiosity. So first try to learn this much. We'll make one lecture more. Now I am concluding my lecture here only. Thank you.